for all my anime fans out there, I compare the English game to Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball series. Listen, hear me out for a sec. Hear me out. The Premier League started as the Carling Premiership. That was the Dragon Ball phase. Remember Baby Goku? Remember when he was little and he was fighting the Red Ribbon Army? You remember that? That was the Carling Premiership. That's when Cantona and all them man were running around. It was interesting, but it hadn't really hit the heights. You know, Italy were dominating the Serie A with R9 and all them man. The Premier League wasn't ready yet. Then you got the Barclays Premier League. That was Showtime. That was Dragon Ball Z. That's when man were turning Super Saiyan. Thierry Henry was dropping 30 goals in the league. Invincible seasons. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rooney, so many, Cristiano Ronaldo, so many stars. That is when the Premier League then became the global watch that we know today. Just like Dragon Ball Z. I mean, if you talk about the Dragon Ball series and you don't say Dragon Ball Z first, then you're overdoing it. Let me tell you that. Let me just tell you that for free. Then we move on to the English Premier League, which we are in right now. That's Dragon Ball GT. That's the phase where it's like, okay, it's getting a little bit out of hand now. Money's being thrown around. Salah's dropping 32 Premier League goals. Man, everyone is just eating. Like Lukaku's getting 25 in the league. It's starting to get a little bit out of hand. It's a goal and assist era. Some people ain't really feeling it. GT was very up and down. I personally didn't like it, especially when Android 17 came back and he started. Anyway, listen, for my anime fans, you know what I'm talking about. And now we are reaching the stage of DBS, which is Dragon Ball Super. We are now in the Premier League Super phase where, listen, money compared to all the other leagues in world football, it is gone ridiculous in the Premier League. The figures that are getting thrown at this league is unbelievable. And now we are in that super phase. We are in the English Super League. The POS is what I'm going to call it. The Super League, which Florentino Perez is adamant to still get going because I feel like he sees the emergence of the Premier League getting stronger financially, stronger on the playing field. And it's getting to a stage now where you have Nottingham Forest signing £45 million players. They have signed 19 players this window. 19! Like, actually think about that. That's a whole new squad. I feel sorry for the dinner ladies. That's the ones that I really feel sorry for. I mean, how many new meals are they going to have to cook up? You got my man over here telling me I want pasta linguine. I got my man here saying I like chips. I feel sorry for the dinner ladies there, honestly. But it just goes to show at the moment the money that's being invested in the Premier League, of course, through viewership, of course, through just general interest into the Premier League, is so much at the moment. I just mentioned Nottingham Forest, but I said the 19 signings. Some of the players that they've signed, Morgan Gibbs-White, they're linked with Lingard, Jesse Lingard, Manchester United FA Cup winner. Dennis from Watford, who I think could have even went to a higher level, linked with Ronan Lodi, straight from Atletico Madrid. What other league do you see a player go from title contenders to relegation battlers? You just don't see it. Imagine a player now leaving Liverpool. Imagine Robertson getting up one day and saying, do you know what, I just want to go and play for Getafe. You're just not going to see it. But that is the money and the strength of the Premier League at the moment. Let's move away from the top four, the media's top four. And you look at, the teams from 7th to 20th. I think the quality disparity is getting closer. It is getting closer. When you look that you got players like Maddison at Leicester. Okay, Fofana's just about to go to Chelsea. But you got Bruno G at Newcastle. Isak just signed. You've got Zaha at Crystal Palace. Eze. There's so many players now, I feel, that can go and play for the top 4 clubs. Whereas in the past, you've got to be unbelievable to play for one of the top 4 clubs, or they'll just go and get one of the best foreigners out there. So to try and get somebody now, I think you got, as I mentioned, you got so many players in the lower half of the league that can go straight into the top 4, in my opinion. Top 4, you look at Cucurella. He just went from Brighton, who were competing around 11th, 10th, and he's now starting left back at Chelsea. You don't really used to get that too much back in the day. And I think that is down to the money that is being put into the game. Everyone wants to come and play in this league. And it is, for me, the best league in the world. And guys, that's just my view.